When did the high school legend become a legend? We had this kid in our grade named Jake, super smart, like next level brilliant when it came to numbers and logic. But socially, he barely existed. He was the kind of quiet that didn't just blend in, it disappeared. Jake would rather take a 0 on a presentation than stand up and talk. He'd freeze the second attention was on him. Our physics teacher, Mr. Peterson, was old school in the worst ways. Big on tough love, but mostly just a jerk. He believed participation meant speaking out loud, and if you didn't, you were lazy or not trying. Jake was his favorite target. Every time Peterson called on him, and he always did, Jake would go silent. Not out of disrespect, just panic. "Cat got your tongue again, Jake?" Peterson would say, loud enough for the whole class to hear. Kids would laugh. Jake would turn red and shrink into his hoodie. It was uncomfortable to watch, but after a while, it just became normal. No one stepped in, not even me. It still bugs me. Then came the state science fair. Jake signed up on his own. No announcement, no team, no asking for help. Just his name on the list and a vague project title, Applications of Quantum Computing in Predictive Modeling. None of us had a clue what it meant. Peterson didn't even acknowledge it. He had already picked his golden boy, Chad. Loud, confident, straight A talker. Chad was presenting some project about magnetism or whatever, and Peterson was telling anyone who'd listen that his boy was bringing home a medal. Fair day arrives, and we all show up. Chad's booth looks good. Posters, flashy demo, his voice booming across the room like a TED Talk. But then we notice something. A massive crowd forming at the other end of the hall. Grown adults, judges, teachers, even kids from other schools. We walk over, and it's Jake's booth. Except he's not really presenting anything. He's just standing there off to the side while his project does all the work. He built this wild interactive display, a touchscreen setup where you could mess with variables and watch real-time simulations happen. The whole thing explained quantum computing concepts in a way that actually made sense. It was like a museum-level exhibit. People were stunned. One of the judges, some professor from MIT, stayed at Jake's booth for nearly an hour, asked detailed questions. Jake didn't speak. He typed, fast, calm, efficient. They went back and forth for a while, and by the end, the guy shook Jake's hand like he'd just met the next Einstein. Peterson pushed through the crowd, saw what was happening, and I swear his whole face dropped. He tried to play it cool, but it was obvious. He hadn't seen it coming at all. When they announced the winners, Chad got an honorable mention. Jake, first place, plus a special innovation award, and an offer for a summer research internship at a private lab. The bus ride home was dead silent, except for Chad, complaining. Peterson sat by himself. The next day in class, we were waiting to see what would happen. Jake came in, sat in his usual seat in the back, same hoodie, same quiet. Peterson started the lesson like nothing happened, then called on Jake like he always did. Jake didn't say a word. He just reached into his backpack, pulled out the medal, and gently set it on his desk. No smile, no speech, just dropped it there, shiny and perfect, and the class went nuts. And that's the day Jake became a legend.